Hi, this is Marlena from the Ypsilanti District Library, and I'm coming to you live from my laundry room. I have some good books to read to you today. Here's the author, right here. Can you see? Keiko Kaza. She was born in Japan, and this is the cutest little picture of her as a baby. I just thought it was adorable. She's written a lot of books. One of my favorites is The Wolf's Chicken Stew. It's published by, G.P. Putnam's Sons. The Wolf's Chicken Stew. There's the wolf. There once lived a wolf who loved to eat more than anything else in the world. As soon as he finished one meal, he began to think of the next. One day, the wolf got a terrible craving for chicken stew. All day long, he walked across the forest in search of a delicious chicken. Finally, he spotted one. She is just perfect for my stew, he thought. And the wolf crept closer and closer. But just as he was about to grab his prey, he had another idea. If there was just some way to fatten this bird a little more, he thought, there'd be all the more stew for me. So he ran home to his kitchen and he began to cook. First, he made 100 scrumptious pancakes. And then late at night, he left them on the chicken's front porch. Eat well, my pretty chicken. Get nice and fat for my stew. There's a chicken's house. The next night, he brought 100 scrumptious donuts to the chicken's front porch. Eat well, my pretty chicken. Get nice and fat for my stew. And on the next night, he brought a scrumptious cake weighing 100 pounds. Now, it's just one cake, but it weighs 100 pounds. Eat well, my pretty chicken. Get nice and fat for my stew. At last, all was ready. This was the night he had been waiting for. He put a large stew pot on the fire and he set out joyfully to find his dinner. There he goes. That chicken must be as fat as a balloon by now, he thought. Let's see. And there he is. He's peeking through the keyhole. But as he peeked into the chicken's house, the door opened suddenly and the chicken screeched, so it was you, Mr. Wolf. Children, look, the pancakes and the donuts and all that scrumptious cake, they weren't from Santa Claus. All those presents were from Uncle Wolf. Do you think he's going to eat chicken stew tonight? The baby chicks jumped all over the wolf and gave him 100 kisses. Oh, thank you, Uncle Wolf. You're the best cook in the world. Now I want you to look at him. I wonder what he's feeling. He went there to eat chicken stew. Uncle Wolf didn't have chicken stew that night, but Mrs. Chicken fixed him a nice dinner anyway. Oh, shucks, he thought as he walked home. Maybe tomorrow I'll bake the little critters 100 scrumptious cookies. That's the end. And look, he did. There are the cookies. I wonder why he didn't have chicken stew that night. What do you think? Maybe because it's hard to eat somebody who's being so sweet to you like those baby chickens were. But did you notice the number 100 came up all the time in here? 100 pancakes, 100 donuts, 100 kisses. a cake that weighed 100 pounds. So I thought, let's look at 100. 100's a lot. Look at that. First, let's look at 10. Here's 10 chickens. That's pretty easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 100's a lot more. It's 10 sets of 10. Here's 100 pigs. That's a lot. So 10 is like 5 and 5 make 10. 100 would be like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. That's a big number. I'm going to read you another one. This is My Lucky Day. Same author, same publisher. One day, a hungry fox was preparing to hunt for his dinner. As he polished his claws, he was startled by a knock at the door. "Hey, Rabbit," someone yelled outside. "Are you home?" Rabbit, thought the fox. If there were any rabbits in here, I'd have eaten them for breakfast. When the fox opened the door, there stood a delicious-looking piglet. "Oh, no!" screamed the piglet. "Ah, yes!" cried the fox. "You've come to the right place." He grabbed the piglet and he hauled him inside. Look, there he goes. "This must be my lucky day," the fox shouted. "How often does dinner come a-knocking on the door?" The piglet kicked and squealed and fought. "Let me go! Let me go!" "Sorry, pal," said the fox. "This isn't just any dinner. It's a pig roast. My favorite. Now, get into the roasting pan." Well, it was useless to struggle. "All right," sighed the piglet. "I will, but there's just one thing." "What?" growled the fox. "Well, I'm a pig, you know. I'm filthy. Shouldn't you wash me first?" "It's just a thought, Mr. Fox." Thought the fox to himself. He is filthy. So the fox got busy. He collected twigs and he made a fire and he carried the water, and finally he gave the piglet a nice bath. "You're a terrific scrubber," said the piglet. "There," said the fox. "Now, you're the cleanest piglet in the county. You stay still now." "All right," sighed the piglet. "I will, but..." "But what?" growled the fox. "Well, I am a very small piglet, you know. Shouldn't you fatten me up to get more meat?" "Just a thought, Mr. Fox." The fox said to himself. He is on the small side. So the fox got busy. He picked tomatoes and he made spaghetti and he baked cookies. And finally he gave the piglet a nice dinner. "Ooh, you're a terrific cook," said the piglet. "There," said the fox. "Now, you're the fattest piglet in the county, so get into the oven." "All right," sighed the piglet. "I will, but..." "What? What? What?" shouted the fox. "Well, I am a hard-working pig, you know. My meat is awfully tough. Shouldn't you massage me first to make a more tender roast? You know, it's just a thought, Mr. Fox." The fox said to himself. "I do prefer tender meat." So the fox got busy. He pushed and he pulled and he squeezed and he pounded the piglet from head to toe. "Oh, you give a terrific massage," said the piglet. "Look how hard he's working. You see him?" "But," the piglet continued, "I've been working really hard lately. My back is awfully stiff. Could you push a little bit harder, Mr. Fox? A little to the right, please. Yes, yes, now a little to the left. Mr. Fox? Mr. Fox, are you there?" Look, the fox got so tired out, he fell over. But Mr. Fox was no longer listening. He had passed out, exhausted. He couldn't lift a finger, let alone a roasting pan. Poor Mr. Fox, sighed the piglet. He's had a busy day. And then the cleanest, fattest, and softest piglet in the county picked up the rest of his cookies and he headed for home. What a bath! What a dinner! What a massage! Cried the piglet. Ooh, this must be my lucky day. When he got home, the piglet relaxed before a warm fire. Let's see, he wondered, looking at his address book. Who shall I visit next? Now, remember when the piglet first knocked on the door, he was acting like he thought Rabbit lived there. He knew Rabbit didn't live there. Look, he's got all these people. He wants to visit Mr. Fox so he can trick him into feeding him and giving him a bath and a massage. And he's got Mr. Wolf in his book, and here's Mr. Bear, and he's got a coyote. So here's what he did the next day. He went to see Mr. Bear. I think he's going to try to trick him into dinner and a massage too. So when this started out, I thought, oh, it's the fox's lucky day. That's what the fox thought too. But the pig thought it was his lucky day. That's a funny story. She does a lot of stories about animals. Just real quick, I want to read you a third one because it's by the same author. But this one kind of is important to me. Ready for anything. It's about worrying. I personally sometimes worry about things that don't even happen. And that's what happens in this book. There's a real worrier in here. Oh my. Don't do that to books, right? That must have been some really little child that didn't know any better. And look, they were hungry. Ready for anything. Duck arrived at Raccoon's house on a bright, sunny day. Hey, Raccoon, said Duck, are you ready for our picnic? Well, I changed my mind, said Raccoon. I don't want to go. Why not? Asked Duck. Well, I've been thinking, said Raccoon. What if we are attacked by killer bees? No, said Duck. Yeah, said Raccoon. And what if they chase us, and we fall into a river? Oh, no, cried Duck. Oh, yeah, said Raccoon. And what if we swim for our lives, but a terrible storm strikes? Oh, no, yelled Duck. Oh, yeah, Raccoon went on. And what if we look for shelter in a cave, but there's already someone in there, someone really scary? Like who? Asked Duck. Like a dragon, shouted Raccoon. Now they're both getting worried and worked up. Ah! They both screamed. They scared themselves. And they hid under a blanket. It could happen, Raccoon warned. Picnics are dangerous. You're right. Duck thought about it for a while. But Raccoon, what if some lovely butterflies pass by instead of bees? Well, that would be nice, said Raccoon. Yeah, said Duck. And what if we follow the butterflies to the river and jump in for a cool splash? Well, that would be even nicer, Raccoon answered. Yes, much nicer, Duck said. And what if the weather is beautiful with just a gentle breeze blowing? We could fly a kite. Gee, that sounds like fun, Raccoon admitted. Lots of fun, Duck said. And then we might find a cave to explore. Don't go in, Raccoon shouted. There's a fire-breathing dragon in there, remember? Well, maybe, said Duck, but What if it's just a cute little dragon who wants to play with us? You think? Said Raccoon. Sure, said Duck. And what if we have the best picnic ever? Roasting marshmallows. Wow, said Raccoon. Your what ifs are wonderful, Duck. What are we waiting for? Let's go on a picnic. That's the spirit, Raccoon, Duck cheered. Just give me a few minutes to get ready, said Raccoon. So Duck waited and waited and waited and waited some more until finally Raccoon announced, "Okay, Duck, I'm ready to go." "Oh, Raccoon," Duck fell over laughing. "You worry too much, but I guess you are ready for anything, huh?" Look at him. Got an umbrella in case it rains. Here's an emergency kit. 2 flashlights. In case they fall into the river, he's got a, what do you call that? A life ring, life preserver. He's got rope. At last, the 2 friends left for their picnic. "Thanks, Duck," said Raccoon. "This is much more fun than hiding under a blanket." "No problem," said Duck. "Trust me, nothing could go wrong on a little picnic." But when they got there, Duck gasped. "Oh no," Duck moaned. "I forgot the picnic basket." Duck wanted to cry, but Raccoon stayed calm. "No problem," Raccoon declared, opening his backpack. "Like you said, I'm ready for anything." He even brought extra food in case of an emergency. Look, they've got bananas and watermelon and muffins and sandwiches. Well, that's a good book. And when I read this book, I thought to myself, I'm going to stop worrying about things that I don't even know if they're going to happen or not. I think that's good advice from Keiko Kaza. Let's get ready to go. You ready? Get your hands ready. Thumbs up. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle them way up high. And clap, clap, clap. And say goodbye. This has been fun. I'll see you next time.